Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Wednesday, July 17th, 2024. But before we check out the charts, I just want to ask you to please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and Apple stock, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com. So I'm going to jump to this chart here. You know that we've been skewing bearish on a 2 to 3 week basis about 4 trading days ago, late last week, when we settled below a former channel top. We don't have that anymore in the newsletter. By the way, these are downloadable. I don't know if you know that or not, by going to our website for free, this PDF file. But we did, as anticipated, as an eventuality, the likelihood of closing below this 127.66 rising channel bottom that does more aggressively pivot the market south as we move not only through the rest of the week, but through the rest of July. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm anticipating the 112.24 to 112.77 channel convergence. And that will be there for another week or so. So it could be an aggressive sell-off. More aggressive than what we're seeing now. We can see a spike in volatility. I will say that over the next 3 to 5 days or less, 120.57 is likely. You may treat this as a level that can contain daily lows, but we want to keep it light here in anticipation of 112.77 over the next 2 weeks. And so if we fall today to 120.57, we can get a decent bounce there on an intraday basis, but also know that if we close below 120.57, our targeted 112.77 becomes a 3 to 5 day objective by the end of next week. 112.77 in reach. 112.77 is once again kind of the beginning of a range, or a range of support, I should say, down to 112.24 that can absorb selling through August trade, and from there we can round back up to new highs perhaps. Now, if we were to test this 112 handle support, we have then a descending channel top at the top of a move that would be respected for not only its ability to contain weekly buying pressures when tested, but also is our significant upward pivot point as we move into later Q3. But we're a long way from that right now. The real takeaway right now that I'm going to re-emphasize is that 127.66 can contain daily buying pressures. This is a short setting zone of resistance below which the 112 handle expected over the next couple of weeks, the 120 handle, 120.57 over the next 3 to 5 days. And all the minor points between 127.66 and 120.57 have been carefully chosen. They are very tradable levels for aggressive day traders, but if you're kind of a 3 to 5 day swing trader or a 2 to 3 week swing trader, it is still being short below 127.66, anticipating the 112 handle over the next couple of weeks. Now, for the upside, if we happen to push above 127.66, we have this newly formed descending channel top at 129.74. And this is our upward pivot point into not only through the rest of the week, but into next week. So, you're heavy below 127.66. You're setting a short position below 127.66. And if you can hold out for a stop loss above 129.74, I think that is kind of the more fluid, flexible way to play this. Now, I'm not trying to interfere with your risk management. If you need to stop out above 127.66, but below 129.74, I don't have a problem with that. But just know, in terms of reversing momentum and then expecting bullish continuation, as we continue into next week, a settlement above 129.74 would then indicate 138.45 within 3 to 5 days or less. 138.55 is this formation that is gradually rising and converging over the next couple of weeks with 143.60. So you can see we have this as a range up here, a wide range, but a range nonetheless that may well absorb buying on at least a weekly basis, we could come off of this area for a week or two following a testing of that 138.45 to 143.60 region. So once again, closing today above 129.74 is your indication to not be short if you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader or even a 2 to 3 week swing trader. So this area is an important pivot region below which we're expecting that 112 handle, as I already mentioned, over the next couple of weeks, and above which we're expecting really the lower 140s, that 143.60 formation, I think, is likely within a couple of weeks of closing above 129.74. It doesn't get much simpler than that. And let's see, what else do we have here today? So if we do push through 129.74 today, you can expect 132.86. So that's a solid day trade opportunity in itself. Pushing through 129.74, expect 132.86. Closing above 129.74, I do like this as an upward pivot point, not only for the day, but into next week, because we would also then have closed above yesterday's high of 129.04. So that would reverse momentum, I think, as we move, into next week. Closing above 129.74, 138.45, likely then by the end of next week or sooner, rising gradually, converging over the next couple of weeks with 143.06. This range able to absorb buying not only on a weekly basis, but possibly into later August. And yes, if we close above 143.60 over the next couple of weeks, we have a meaningful buy signal into the lower 160s, which I'm not showing. Last time I'm going to show it here for a while. Just a reminder that the NASDAQ 100, the triple Q, is still testing 4.5-year channel resistance at 499.51 all week long. And this index, very susceptible to meaningful bearish rotation over the next few months into the 450s, possibly lower. So not unless we close this week Friday at 504.50 or higher in the triple Q do I see meaningful gains. So with that in mind, given the fact that we're testing long-term resistance in the triple Q, respect this market's ability to continue south, holding below the 127.66 level, expecting 112.77 over the next couple of weeks. Today, that is to say Tuesday, we do record these a day in advance, the afternoon, right after the closing bell, basically. We put us out a stock pick on Marathon Digital. It's a cryptocurrency stock, a mining stock. If you're familiar with it, you may want to check it out. It's on the precipice of a meaningful signal that can play out over the next 3 to 5 weeks, the next couple of months with meaningful gains. So you might want to check that out. You can do so by going to wickedstocks.com, taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'd also see our daily triple Q and our daily SPY analysis. And the other stock pick we'll be putting out this week and the two last week. Every week we put out two. So check us out at wickedstocks.com. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with Thursday's NVIDIA report. You have a great evening.